Well, good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining us again for our 7-minute talk. And today we're delighted to have Marcela Brockmann, and you're from Mexico. You've been part of the school community for many years. Now your daughter Anna's teaching.
Yes.
Yeah. Could you tell us, Marcela, a little bit your first Thanksgiving coming to the school community and how that all played out? I thought that was very beautiful.
Yes, so I don't know if they do it like nowadays, but when we arrived to Canyon Heights, we have a body family. So Josephine over there was our body family. And so actually before school started, she called me and asked me, do you want to come? Because so then your kids get to know my kids and some other school kids. And I'm like, okay, sure. I was like completely new. We didn't even start at school, so it was very nice. So since then, I guess the Caruso, Josephine, so been super nice to us, and they've been inviting us to Thanksgiving. In Mexico, we don't celebrate Thanksgiving. That's an American tradition, and we don't get it. But since then, every year, we've been going to their house, and they've been very generous, and it's been a blessing for all of us.
Oh, that's beautiful. What a beautiful story of the Canyon Heights spirit, yeah? And so grateful, I'm sure, for your friendship with the Caruso family. And gratitude is the virtue of the month. So today we're talking about gratitude. And Marcela, we have a very short time in the 7-minute talk, but what's the one thing that you would like to share with the parents here and those who will be watching later?
I was thinking when you asked that, I guess it's like to show our kids that we are very grateful for them, not because of what they do, but because they exist. So it's like if any of our kids know that, really feel that, then they'll be super blessed, because then they feel love because they're just them. It doesn't matter if I do something wrong or if I get a mistake or no, they will just feel love. So I think if then they be super grateful for the love that we share to them. I guess that's what Jesus does to us. It's like he doesn't even mind that we make a lot of mistakes, that we sin, that we go against him. He just loves us. And I guess we have to be very grateful for that as well. So show that to our kids.
It's, I think, really important, that unconditional love. And I think sometimes we're in a pressure cooker society, and kids feel they need to perform. And so we have a problem with cheating. I mean, to be honest, when you hear confessions, the kids are mentioning that they cheat, right, in their exams. And I think that's tied into this pressure that they need to perform, right? But you're talking about this unconditional love. How can parents communicate that to their children?
Okay, I guess in simple things, but I guess it sounds super simple, but it's hard when they make you angry. Breathe and don't react to that anger. Just okay, maybe they deserve a consequence, but it's okay, it's I love you anyway. So it's to put a consequence, but not to act in that anger. So I guess that's where that I'm seeing it. Another is, I don't know, maybe it's simple, but every time that when my kids were little, when we used to come to school, we started not asking actually, saying thanks to God. So one by one, they will say thank you for God for whatever they would want. So I guess that's a way for them to see that everything is a gift. So then we start praying to God for whatever they wanted. But first, always to be thankful.
To be thankful, and you used to stop at the church, right, and thank God there in front of the Eucharist?
Yes, actually, when I picked them up from school, there was an adoration 24 hours used to be, not anymore, in San Francis Cabrini. And every time that I pick them up, I will tell them, okay, we're gonna see Jesus for 5 minutes, just 5 minutes. And so it was funny because we had like games, we had a lot, but it's 5 minutes, we're gonna be there. So whatever, if you need to bring your book, bring your book, but just to say hi to Jesus and be thankful for the day. So that's one thing that it's like, okay, Jesus is there, so appreciate everything that we have because he is the one that is giving us everything.
That's beautiful, that special time in front of the Eucharist. I think each child is so different too. I think when I was growing up, I was the youngest of 7, and sometimes I felt a bit like kind of neglected, right? Because I was the good child, and so I wasn't causing problems. And I think, that's a challenge for parents to see what each child is unique and how can I show that unconditional love. But you bringing them to the Eucharist, that's really beautiful. I think we're probably almost out of time there, but there's good news. If you thought this was too short, you can listen to Marcela and I talk for an extended time yesterday. We spoke for about 21 minutes, more stories, more content on gratitude, and you can find that on the Google Drive that will be shared with you, with all these videos that Kema has been putting together and some of the podcasts. So have a wonderful Thanksgiving.
Thank you, Father.
Back to the cruises.
Yes.
Okay, enjoy, don't eat too much. And thanks again to all of you for being wonderful parents. Keep trying and know that you too are loved unconditionally. No matter how many mistakes we make, God is too busy loving us to be disappointed.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.